We press on with our sporting bluff round, in which the teams have to separate sports fact from fiction. The subject for David's team is the tiresomely invincible European football champions, Germany.
Bierhoff turned and shot. Oh, and Kuban, and it's gone in. Germany are jubilant.
Germany's next World Cup song is being written by the man behind Black Lace.
Germany's next World Cup song is being written by Black Sabbath.
Germany's next World Cup song is being written by the man behind the Wombles.
So, Germany's football song, is it Black Lace, Black Sabbath, or the Wombles, David's team?
Matthew, didn't you have a hand in the Wombles?
What do you think?
Well, yeah, quite recently, yeah.
Do you ever have to pretend Sooty's got a bad back when you've got cramp?
Actually, I just thought of something as well. Do you ever go to the bog for a shit and forget he's on your hand? No.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to be rude. I mean, he's at home rehearsing, you know.
and the tragedy is, of course, he's reaching for the toilet paper, Sooty's screaming, no, no.
Yeah.
But unless he's up close, you can't hear it. Then I suppose you've got to wash him then, haven't you? Do you do it separate or just sling him in with your pants?
Come on, Black Lace, Black Sabbath, or the Wombles? Well, the people behind them.
Mike Batt, he's the man behind
He is the man behind the Wombles.
Wombles, isn't he?
Actually, Steve Backer was behind Black Lace.
It's Mike Batt, he's the man who's writing.
Mike Batt, you all agreed on that? Let's see if you're correct. Absolutely correct for 3 points. Yeah, in fact, Germany's World Cup song is being written by Mr. Womble himself, Mike Batt. Christmas is, of course, the time of one of the most famous England-Germany matches in No Man's Land in 1914. The two sides put down their weapons, embraced each other, and then the bastards beat us on penalties. Uncle Bulgaria is to be included in the German World Cup song, and by Easter it will also include Uncle Poland, Uncle Norway, and Uncle Sudetenland. The subject for Gary's team is in the same sort of area. It's the unholy alliance between football and conflict. Those conflicts being the Boer War, the Second World War, and the Cod War.
It's not even covering his eye there, Matthew.
Will you...
Who's your optician?
Manchester United and Arsenal helped out at the relief of Mafeking.
Chelsea and Torquay United played a key role at Tobruk.
And Lee?
We have your wife and children. Aldershot and Everton took part in the Cod War.
So, Man United and Arsenal fought in the Boer War, Chelsea and Torquay took part in the North Africa campaign, and Aldershot and Everton waged war with Iceland. But which one do we think is true? Gary's team?
Arsenal and Man U, the Boer War. It could have been Manchester United could have been involved in that because it did go on longer than expected.
And also, boring Arsenal.
Wasn't that the team that beat Chelsea 3-2, Graeme?
Yeah, we only had 10 men though.
What were you playing?
And the surname Hurst apparently is Old Norse for Cockney slaphead who talks bollocks.
Well, strangely enough, Roy, I had that as well, but I wasn't going to reveal that.
Can I just...
You reveal it every week.
Can I ask... I think Aldershot and Everton were named for 2 naval boats involved in the Cod War.
Well, let's see if you're right. And indeed you are for 3 points. Yet the answer is that Aldershot and Everton took part in the entirely non-fatal Cod War. They were both trawlers, 2 of the many involved which were named after their skipper's favourite football teams. Others involved were Hull City, Carlisle United, Notts County, Barnsley, Grimsby Town and Real Madrid. Rather appropriately, this is true, this is absolutely true, Notts County was holed and went straight to the bottom. If you were going to name a trawler after a football club, you couldn't do better than Barnsley. Every week their net's full to bursting. And so at the end of that round, David's team have 6 and Gary's team have 6.
Whoa.
It's now time to ask the question, what's going on with reference to a bizarre piece of sporting action? David's team, what do you believe is going on here?
What do you think? Lee?
What do I think? I think whoever's holding my wife and children should release them immediately, because they are a pain in the arse, trust me.
I was going to say, save on Christmas presents, eh?
I get fed up. You wrap the Christmas presents earlier and earlier every year until that year that the puppy died. Still, kids had a nice surprise Christmas for me.
And you never ran out of food that year.
We didn't, no. Proving that a puppy isn't just for Christmas. You've got to freeze it and keep it till New Year.
Any more? What was going on?
He's a
this clip?
sick man, isn't he?
What do you think, Sweet?
Absolutely rubbish.
Yeah, I mean,
I saw how he did that. He's got
down there.
He's got a little grey dog down there that does it for him.
I would imagine yours is a little grey dog by now, isn't it?
Sorry.
Well, it was just two fat blokes banging into each other, weren't it?
Basically, yeah.
Are they French lorry drivers in dispute? Because every lorry driver I've ever seen has the most enormous stomach. I think that's why they have the lorry. That's to carry the bloke. That's all.
Yeah. But in the back, they've just got a dozen eggs.
If they got a skinny bloke, they could have a skateboard pulling on a bit of string, couldn't they?
It's the World
Belly bashing.
Gut Barging Championship.
Absolutely correct. For 3 points, yeah. What we were privileged to witness was the ancient art of gut barging, a sport involving skill, poise, balance, and knocking someone over with a big fat belly. We saw the world champion gut barger, Mad Maurice, the Belgian from Melksham, overwhelming the stomach of Fred Zeppelin, the sauerkraut. Although, if I wanted a bunch of out-of-condition fat blokes bumping randomly into each other, I'd watch Scottish football. Gary Steve, a different sort of question for you. We haven't stolen this, by the way, from any other BBC sports quiz programme. What we want to know is, how shall I put it, what occurred after this thing?
Well done, Matthew. That's a bullseye.
I'll tell you another thing, Sue. The amount of time it takes to do drain repairs, it'll be 200 years before anybody finds that thing.
So, Gary's team.
Matthew, do you have a sports car when you go out by yourself?
We saw Sue there.
Yeah, what?
And you're on tour, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. We just saw Sue there, and I was just thinking, you know, I mean, I've toured, and it's quite a lonely experience. You know, and the point is, you know, you've got
Vicious
Sooty
rumours.
Sooty on your right hand, Sue on the left. I mean, have you? I mean, nobody'd hold it. She's a good-looking bear. Do you know what I mean?
Lee, I've got a worse idea. You wouldn't want to, would you, really? You wouldn't want to be using that, even if you were really lonely. You know what I mean?
Nick, why have you stuck some big ears on that instead of mine?
Why are you using your hat to keep them down?
I'll tell you what happened next.
What?
Jack Cousteau sacked his agent.
Matthew, when you're doing that, it must be
oui.
quite tense doing all that puppetry on television. Do you have to pull Sooty off in between takes?
He said that just went over his head. Sorry.
Well, he would do. He's not that tall, is he? I can't believe we are sitting here, grown men, taking the piss out of a puppet.
We do it every week with him. Come on.